My good friend Drian KR here in the chat again. Hey friend, nice to hear from you. It's quite late, isn't it, in India? It's like Sunday morning, but I'm assuming that you want something relaxing to lull you into Sunday, I'm assuming. Hoi mate indeed, friend. Hoi mate indeed. If you're watching on Twitch as well, don't be shy. Let me know what you want to hear. It can be 12:30 a.m. here. I was right, huh? I was right. So I'm just gonna keep. I was gonna I read something on screen and it distracted me for a second. I have only just started streaming, but you know me, mate. I'm always happy to field recommendations and requests. So if you've got any funk requests, if there is any anime theme tunes you want to hear, I am all ears, friend. Let me know what you want to hear. How's your weekend been so far? Hopefully you've had some relaxing times, some restful times with friends and family. And nah, got a few work tomorrow. Not really in the mood for something relaxing. Just gonna vibe for a while. I'm gonna sleep at like 2 or 3. Yeah, that's fair. I get you. I think I'm gonna be here for a good 40 minutes or so. So let's hang out, let's have a chat, and let's vibe out, I suppose. If you're on Twitch, don't be a stranger. Let me know what you want to hear. It can be a raga, it can be an anime theme tune, it can be a Bollywood song, it can be whatever you'd like to hear. I'm going to warm up with Hamsadvani because I was walking in the cold earlier. My hands are freezing. Oh my god. Right, I'm going to get started. Before I get started, you have really intrigued me with your comment, Drian KR. You've participated in a sketching event. What? When you say sketching, did you have, like, were friends drawing you? Or, I don't know if I'm being a bit ignorant here. You'll need to tell me what a sketching event is. While you tell me that, I am going to start playing some guitar, I think. Because if I don't start playing guitar soon, my hands are going to remain frozen. Oh, a still life sketch. Nice, nice. Is that like a volunteer thing? Or how long were you posing for? Because you have to be really good at sticking around and staying still, right? Because otherwise it's just you stood there. I mean, I don't think I could do that, so respect. How did you get roped into that? Do you have like a friend who's an artist and they wanted you to, I don't know, take part? In the meantime, I'm going to get back to it. Hey to everybody on Twitch, hey to other folk on YouTube checking in. This is the main Carnatic Indian classical stream of the week, and we are going to get started with some Hamsadvani, the raga I almost always warm up with. And I need warming up today more than ever. My hands are freezing. Got a few subjects in still life, some inanimate objects, and we sketched those. I sketched those subjects. Oh wow, okay. I thought you did medicine at uni. Or is this like an elective you can take? Or is this like another subject you can kind of take for fun that's not directly connected? Oh yeah, the week's over, I didn't even notice. Some weeks are so long that you don't even notice at the end because it feels like a big loop over and over and over again. One week finishes and the next one begins and you just don't notice the difference. That's really cool. I remember you telling me about forensic medicine and stuff like that you were studying. I had no idea that sketching and still life was part of that. Because I feel like in the West, by the time people get to university, all their subjects are kind of feeding into the same thing. Like, I have a friend who, she studied like physics at uni and she moved into like acoustics engineering. No, in our college the primary major is medicine, but we have some extracurricular competitions. I took part in that. Oh, I get you. That's really cool. I have a really close friend from university who she studied physics at uni, but she ended up doing acoustic engineering as a job, but it was like an elective it started off as. We have 4 subjects, all for medicine. Okay, cool. That sounds more like what I'm used to. I was really confused for a minute there. Actually, no, I wasn't even confused. I was a bit jealous that India's education system lets you kind of have a fun subject even when you're at university. I think of it like throughout the college time, we study 19 all for medicine. Wow, that is intense. It's kind of nice to know that some things kind of stay consistent regardless of where in the world you are. Like in the West, in America, you know, regardless of where you are, it could be Japan, it could be China, it could be India. Medicine is this like, you need to go all in kind of thing. But I kind of like that you're doing an extracurricular. What other extracurricular options did you have and what made you want to pick sketching? Sketching's a really cool one because you're obviously going to do something that's quite quiet. Maybe it can be quite solitary. It's not as social, I don't think. But as a detox of various competitions, acting, drama, music, quizzing and all kinds of stuff. That's pretty cool, man. I wish my course was like that. When I was at university, I did finance, but it was like everything was just finance. That was literally all we did. I didn't get to do like a cool creative subject. I'm a bit jealous. With that said, with how intense your degree must be, I'm actually relieved that you get a little bit of a respite, because if you just had to study medicine all the time, it would just be so intense, right? We're not taught that. It's done in an event competition, we can participate and just chill there. Oh, I get you. Still, I think I really like that as an option, because if you're just doing the same shit over and over and over again, and the weeks begin and the next week ends, the previous week ends and the next one begins, and there's no like breakup of like work, I can imagine it would just be really easy to get burned out, right? I bumped into a guy not long ago who did medicine at my year at university, and honestly, he worked so hard at medicine. Like, I can't stress to you how difficult that degree was on that guy. Like, I think he failed like in first year, and then he resat it in to go into second year, and he was a year behind everybody, but he was so determined. And then he took like an elective that took him to America. But then when I met him, he said, oh yeah, I got so burned out with medicine, I realized it wasn't worth it. And now he works in like fraud and shit like that now. But maybe if he'd had a hobby thing like yours, maybe it would have been a bit more sustainable for him. No shade, I think he's much happier now that he's left medicine. But man, medicine, I mean it in a kind way, but medicine almost has this thing in common with music where it's so challenging that if you don't do it in a way that's sustainable, it's gonna be hellish. Because music for me as a job is so much, like, it's so difficult, the amount of stuff I need to do every day, that if I didn't have hobbies outside of it, I feel like I just couldn't pick up a guitar anymore. It would just be too much. It helps to follow our hobby. It's kind of nice to know people have hobbies as well outside of their degrees, because back when I was at uni, all I did was study. Sustainability is a thing I learned the hard way. Same here, bro. Same here. Alright, it's time to play some guitar. Tell me what other hobbies you've got. I'm curious. Joined us over on Twitch, seeing a couple people spill in and out. Welcome. I'm doing my main Carnatic Indian classical live stream of the week, hanging out with my friend from India in the chat over on YouTube. Feel free to join us. Got some comments here. One thing I know of is that it's fashion for sure. Yeah, fashion's probably my big hobby, I would say. Music used to be a hobby when I was a lot younger, but in about 2020, when I got signed and then I made music like a full-time career kind of thing, it's kind of like music kind of got ruined a little bit. Like I can't enjoy music as if it was like a thing that I do a normal amount anymore, because I do music as like a full-time job. There's a lot on top of the stuff that you see me do, because you see me do content creation, you see me do live streams, but there's a lot of playing guitar for other people, there's a lot of recording for people remotely, doing all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of rendered music unable to be enjoyed in the way I'd used to enjoy it, which kind of sucks, because I grew up loving music and I still do love it, but I love it in a kind of, I have a goal and I'm trying to get to it. Fashion is my big one, I would say. I mean, you can see my sneaker wall behind me. If you're here on Twitch, we are talking about hobbies right now. We're talking about what I like to do when I'm not playing a guitar, online or offline, as it were. Fashion, philosophy, history are the main content other than music on your channel. Yeah. You've nailed it, friend. You've nailed it. I like history. As you can see, I do a lot of embed history, Indian history that I find a bit underrated. Cooking is, I think, if I had to pick my biggest one day to day, because, you know, music grants me some expendable income and I can spend it on some trainers every now and again, and a jacket maybe, some sunglasses, etc. But cooking is probably like my biggest hobby, I would say. Like, the closer I can get to making a dish from scratch, the more I really enjoy it. Like, I love the idea of making a dish completely from scratch. Like, you know, there's this Madras curry paste that I've created, and I've been workshopping the recipe for years and years, and I swear it improves like a little bit each time, and it's the kind of thing that I feel like I wasn't as good at a year ago, but now I feel like almost arrogant about how quickly and well I can make it. So yeah, cooking is a big one for me. What about cooking? Is cooking one for you as well? I mean, everyone needs to eat, right? But some people just cook out of necessity, whereas others cook out of, I don't know, they cook out of necessity and a love for it as well. Like, my wife and I have very, very different palates. Like, I love spicy food. She isn't as fussed about spicy food. I don't eat meat. My wife eats a lot of meat. I have no intolerances that I know of, but my wife has a couple. So there's just not a lot of crossover between me and my wife. So what ends up happening is I end up cooking for myself a lot of the time, but not in a bad way, I would say. I feel like it keeps things interesting, because if I want to eat something, I'll just go make it. It's not this kind of passive-aggressive thing that a lot of old-fashioned married couples have, where, you know, the husband wants to eat and it's always the husband's like call what they get to eat, and you don't get bored or annoyed. I used to follow cooking and I was interested when I was at home. I'm soon getting an induction electric stove in my dorm, so I'll soon start on that. Yeah, I guess because you live in India, there's maybe less novelty for you, but in the UK, man, there's a specific kind of like quote-unquote Indian food, but it's kind of like really, really rich, mostly Punjabi influenced restaurant food. And I can only say this speaking personally, I don't want to speak for you, friend, but I get the vibe that it's just not that representative of the breadth of Indian cooking, and it's only when I started cooking for myself that I learned how many different types of Indian dish there are out there. Okay, I'm almost warmed up. I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then I'm gonna take your first request. What is it? Monochrome by Akari and 439 Hertz. That is quite a busy title, but I feel like your requests are always really good. Bro, that's not Indian food. That's foreign perceived Indian food. Yeah. I agree with you. I so agree with you. It's a bit like how if you go to America and people are like Chinese food, it's not Szechuan cooking, is it? It's a very like fried, overtly unhealthy version of like a very antiquated version of Chinese food. Yeah, I agree with you fully. I think growing up here, we would go to like an Indian restaurant as like a treat maybe, but it just doesn't have the vibe, you know? It just feels like, shit, there's something missing from this that makes it Indian food, or fails to make it Indian food. I've got so many things to say on this topic, but I'm gonna get back to warming up, and then I'm gonna start playing your requests for you. Flub note is as good a time as any to stop playing Hamster Bunny and probably start playing what I meant to play, which is your request, Drian KR. Let's look up what you asked for. If you've just joined us, hello and good evening or good night, as it were, because depending on where you're watching from in the world, it's a very different time, and we are taking requests right now. As you can probably guess, I am sat comically far away from my keyboard, and I'm looking up a song called Monochrome by 439Hz, I think it's called. Let me know what you want to hear tonight, folks, because I feel like whether you're on Twitch or you're on YouTube, you might have some interesting suggestions for requests, and I would love to know what you want to hear. So it's like 439Hz, I think it's called, or 43 or 493Hz. Let's have a look. I think I found it. Akari, yeah, I found the tune. Drian KR with another banger of a suggestion. I'm gonna mute the drone in my headphones and have a listen to this one. Cover art's already pretty cool. Oh, it's a little piano ballad. I like this. Oh, this is nice. Oh, wow. It's got a really, like, beautiful vocal melody as well. I'm gonna have to try and figure out how I'm gonna adapt this. It's got that kind of really loopy J-pop chord progression as well. I'm saving this to my playlist. This is great. John KR, you're gonna have to tell me where you find all these bangers, man, because this is great. This is me figuring it out by ear. I think I've got it already, because we might be in the right key to begin with. Let's turn the drum back on, and let's go for it. Vortex back in the chat. Hey bro, thank you so much for coming to another live stream 2 days in a row. Appreciate you. Clip Vortex, I am currently working out a request by Drian KR, who's also watching here on YouTube. Clip Vortex, what would you like to hear? Do you want to hear a raga, an anime theme tune, a Bollywood song, a song by a band that you really love, something from a playlist? Let me know what you want to hear and I will try my best to play it for you. Carnatic Indian classical style, of course. While I'm waiting for a request from you though, I'm going to go back to doing Monochrome by 439Hz and Akari, which is Drian KR's request. Clip Vortex has asked for any Bollywood song. Bollywood is so vast, bro. You're gonna have to give me at least a decade. Like, do you want a 90s Bollywood song? Do you want something from the 2010s? Do you want a Bollywood song that just came out? What's your favorite item number? Maybe there's a really obvious song that you want to hear, and that's the one I should play. Before that, I was playing Monochrome by Akari and 439 Hertz. Really, really fun song, actually. Really cool. My favorite, huh? Oh man, that is hard. My favorite Bollywood song. Oh man, they're all trying to get through the same door in my brain. I'm a big Tamil guy. I love a little bit of like Anirudh, so maybe I'll play a bit of Anirudh for you. Oh, I know the one I want to do. I know the one I want to do. It's I think it's a 90s Bollywood song. 2 seconds. Let me go remind myself what key it's in. I'm going to keep you guys in suspense and see if you can guess which one it is. Let me see if I can spell this one. Yeah. Let me see if I can get this one. This one's an old school classic, but it takes me back to my childhood a little bit. I feel like my audience is generally younger than me, so they've generally got a very different consumption of Bollywood to me. Let me see if I can get the main hook. Let me see. This is the first time where I have requested something and it's not the audience. Oh yeah, it's a bit of a 90s. Well, is it 2000s? I forget which decade this song is from. Let me put the drone back onto my headphones. Not the item number, huh? comment from Gian KR in the chat. A pen sketching one. I just got to know I'm competing in one more sketching competition. That's really exciting, friend. Well, congratulations. Even if it's just like a college competition, I think that's a really fun thing to do with your time. Respect to you for having a pretty wholesome ass hobby. By the way, which song is this? It sounds familiar. It's a Shah Rukh Khan song from decades ago. It's the Chaya Chaya one. It goes... No. It's not that obscure, I would say. It's one of the biggest Shah Rukh Khan songs. Let me get the actual name of it, because I just know the chorus. Oh, that is literally the chorus. It's got, it's by A.R. Rahman. It's from the movie Dilse, I think. I don't know when that movie is from, you know. Let me tell you what year. It's probably a long ass time ago. 1998, so yeah, 90s. That's what I was thinking. In my head, it was like maybe mid-2000s, but nah, it's further away than that. That's the one. Oh no, hang on. I'll link you to it. 2 seconds. Shah Rukh Khan, A. Rahman, late 90s. Name a more iconic combo. I will wait. Dran KR, I've just sent it to you. Alright, I'll maybe go back to jamming that little Bollywood hook actually. That was pretty fun. And then after that, I might call it quits for today's live stream because we've been here for a minute. Practicing for my pen sketching, says Gian KR. Good night. Got new shit to take care of. That's all good, bro. Priorities is what it's about. You have a great rest of your night. I will see you on the next stream, hopefully. All the best for your drawing competition. Look after yourself, brother. Folk watching on Twitch, thank you so much for sticking around. I think I'm going to play for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to call it a day for tonight's stream, I think. Thank you so much for being here, folks. Keep rocking, keep vibing, keep blessing our ears with your fire talent. Bro, I am blessed to have you as a fan. You're so supportive. Appreciate you. I am going to do exactly that. Okay, folk on Twitch, folk on YouTube. This one's for you. I'm going to keep it yap light and music heavy in the last few minutes of the stream. Enjoy. watching tonight on YouTube or on Twitch, I appreciate you being here. It's really kind to know that... Oh, sorry, it's so kind of you guys to spend time with me and my music. If you're watching from London, I would like to remind you I have a headline show. My first ever London headline show coming up on the 28th of May at the Social. I'm going to be doing 2 sets. One set just like this one, I'm going to be playing Carnatic Indian classical guitar for a little bit, just like I am right now. And then my wife is going to walk on and play flute with me, and my producer is going to come on and play drums with me, and it's going to be great. I've been working really hard on getting that show ready for you guys, and it would be so special to have you guys in the room with me that night. But fear not if you're not based in London, because I'm working on dates further afield. I have a really good live agent and a really good team working behind me, and I want to get to you in India. I want to get to you in South America. I want to get to you in the States. And I even want to get to you in pockets of the UK that I've not played in for a long time. Like Wales, haven't been there in a long time, want to get back there. I played Leeds in December and I want to get back there again. I want to play Newcastle, I want to play Sunderland, I want to play Sheffield. There's all these places around England, Wales and Ireland. And speaking of Ireland, the man whose portrait you can't really see because of the angle I'm at, but for those who are in the know, I have a portrait of the incredible, not with us anymore, but with us in spirit, lawmaker, economist, and social reformer B.R. Ambedkar. And for his birthday every year, and throughout the month of April, people who believe in Ambedkar's teachings, much like myself, we call ourselves Ambedkarites, and there's going to be a big Ambedkarite celebration in Dublin, Ireland. And I have been informed that it's going to be an incredible event, and I've been invited to play. I'll be performing a set of Carnatic music and some of my own original Ambedkarite influenced protest songs. So it'd be lovely to see you there. That will be on the 11th of April, venue to be confirmed. That's enough spam for one night, I think. I will bid you guys adieu. I'm going to take tomorrow off from streaming, and then you're going to see me on Monday, hopefully, over on Instagram Live, and Wednesday, if you like these platforms instead. Good night, folks.